afternoon everybody, happy Saturday. It's been a long time since I did a grocery haul. So we're going to pretend that I haven't just walked down Sainsburys with naturally dried hair and that I'm going to rush through this because some of it is already defrosting. But I think it's been about 3 weeks since I last put on a grocery haul. It might have even been longer than that. But we just got home from holiday last night and today is all about washing, picking the dog up, which I've done, and getting the cupboards restocked. So before we went on holiday, we emptied the fridge pretty much to just sauces left in there. Emptied the cupboards, used up everything that we could possibly use up. So I needed to do a relatively big shop. Looking at the fresh stuff, doesn't look like a lot. But I'm hoping I've got enough meals, and then I've got all of the other stuff, fruit and veg, etc, etc. So I'm not going to keep talking. I'm going to show you what we've got. Kev's going to put some of it away because, like I say, some of this is frozen and is already defrosted. This here is already feeling pretty squishy. So I've got a vanilla ice cream, so they can have jelly and ice cream for dessert one day, as I've picked up a sachet of jelly crystals. I've got one lonely box. I usually buy two, and I looked on the shelf and I was like, oh no, they haven't got any. And it was the one thing that Riley said as I was walking out the door, can you get some chicken steaks? And then I saw that one box had fallen off the shelf and was at the bottom of the freezer, so I grabbed it. So one box of chicken steaks. So I then also picked up these sweet and sticky barbecue steaks as well, as I know they like those. I've got some corn on the cobs, 3 bags of a smoothie mix, which I'm not going to shout about because as soon as the kids know it's in the freezer, Riley will be up at like 6 o'clock in the morning and wakes the whole house up with the blooming blender going. But I have got some smoothie mix so I can make some breakfast smoothies. Those are on 3 for 2, so it works out £5 for 3 bags. And then I've got some McCain sweet potato fries. They're on Nectar price for £2.50. So I'm going to let Kev put those bits away because, like I say, it's already going a little bit soggy. I'm also going to have to plug my phone in because I'm also running out of charge. It's one of those days, I think it's always going to be one of those days when you've just come home from holiday. I was just saying to my friend that I feel like it's that bit of time between Christmas and New Year when you don't really know what day of the week it is. That's how I've been feeling since we got home. I'm like, what day is it? And Kev walked over to the pharmacy this morning because we needed some cream for our mosquito bites, and he was like, it's shut. Of course it's shut, it's Saturday. So yeah, I'm going to plug my phone in, there we go, and move on to the fresh. We've got 3 lots of milk as usual. I've got some tropical juice for making the tropical smoothies and some apple juice. Meals wise, I thought one night we could have a bit of a barbecue. Let me tell you, I don't want to eat another slice of pizza for at least a month. There was a lot of pizza eating going on in the last 5 days in Italy. So, yeah, I don't want to eat pizza for a while. So I thought we could have a barbecue one night. I've got some burger cheeses left in the fridge that need using up. They've been in there since Reese's birthday, but they're still within their date, but only just. And Kev's about to tell me I'm now wrong. He's just having a look. Oh, they're in date until July. Well, some of them are. I don't think they all are they? Oh, yeah, 2nd of July. But anyway, I thought we could use up the cheeses that were left over from Reese's birthday and have a bit of a sort of like burger and sausage barbecue. I've got 2 lots of chicken, one 1.6 and one 1. I was planning to make 3 chicken meals. I'm not sure if this is going to be quite enough. So one meal is chicken and halloumi. I've got the halloumi there. Flatbreads. That is just a firm favourite in our house. The other is chicken, leek and bacon pie, which was supposed to be having tonight, but looking at the time, it's already 4:10. And the other thing is, Kev was looking through the pinch of non recipe books earlier on, and there's a chicken and red pepper pasta. So I'm not sure. What I probably should have done was buy 2 of the 1.6, but kind of in, you know, robot. You know, when you're a bit of a robot and you just pick up what you pick up every week. So there's 3 chicken meals there. I've got some chorizo, some bacon, and mince is to make a chilli. The 2 blocks of halloumi to do the flatbreads. And then this was back on Nectar price, the Mediterranean halloumi sticks. Felicity really likes those when we have a barbecue, so that's going to go with the barbecue. On to cheeses. I've just got 1 block of Cathedral City, 2 packs of Marmite cheese. The girls really like these, and they're currently on Nectar price for £1.20. And I shopped today on a Saturday, meaning the colleague discount was higher at 15%. The last few weeks I've missed out on that because life's been lifing and I haven't got round to doing the shopping on the best day. I've got some lighter butter soft. Now I did like Lurpak, but Lurpak is so expensive, and this isn't too bad, and this is £2.20, I think, somewhere around there. Fridge raiders for Sienna, some Greek style yoghurt, and then I've got some yes from Summer then in the background. Summer likes to have granola and yoghurt for breakfast. Dessert yoghurts for dessert one evening. I've got the Smarties and the Oreo. I got some of these Actimel Kids. That was the lunchbox type yoghurt that was on offer. And they're Pokemon, which the girls will really like. And they were £1.20 or £1.25. Creme caramels, Jamie likes those. And these protein yoghurts. These are on Nectar for 80p. So I've got 3 of those. Kev probably won't get a look in. Every time I buy them, I say, well, those protein puddings or those protein yoghurts nice? And he says, don't know, didn't get any. Reset them all. So maybe stash one at the back of the fridge. He won't go looking. Well, apparently he does. I've got some sour cream to go with the chilli. I'm going to make a quiche, so I've got some cream. Another dessert thing that they like is some strawberries with a dollop of this Dairy Milk Pot of Joy, and that's currently on Nectar for £1.50. I wouldn't buy it if it's not on Nectar, because it's £3 usually, but when it's £1.50, I don't mind. Soft cheese for the pasta meal and soft cheese for the chicken, leek and bacon pie. And that is everything for fresh and frozen. Then onto the cupboard items. I've got 2 bottles of squash and 2 bottles of flavoured water. I've already started drinking one of those. Chopped tomatoes, baked beans, tuna, 2 cans of sweet corn and a can of kidney beans. The pasta to make the chicken and red pepper pasta that Kev's seen in the pinch of nom, and just some ordinary penne pasta for anyone that makes it at lunchtime and making tuna pasta and all that sort of thing. Some chicken gravy granules for making some gravy to go with the pie. Everyone came home from holiday saying, I just want a meal with vegetables, like a hearty proper English family meal, and chicken, leek and bacon pie with potatoes and vegetables was top of the list. So that's what we're going to do. I've got this more expensive chocolate spread because it is a smaller jar, but it's slightly cheaper on Nectar price than what the usual stuff is, and we've had it before and everyone really likes it because it's actually got crunchy bits of hazelnut in. So I thought as it was back on Nectar I'd get that. I've got some honey, some barbecue sauce, some Dijon mustard. This was quite expensive, but we needed it because we were all out. Extra virgin olive oil, that was on Nectar, but it was still £6.90. Nando's seasoning and sauces are on offer, £1.75 for the Peronaise, and the seasoning that you put in the oven in the bag was £1. I got some ketchup. This caught my eye. It's the Ultimate Burger Sauce by Sainsburys Taste the Difference, and that was, I think, £1.75 as well. Some of these thin cracker things that Kev likes. I also got in some toffee crisps because years ago, when he used to work on the recycling lorries, every week when I did the shopping, I'd buy him 2 packs of chocolate bars for his lunchbox, and he used to always have toffee crisps or double deckers. What else did you used to have? Double deckers, toffee crisps. They were your usual favourites, weren't they? Lion bars. And the other week he said, I haven't had a toffee crisp in ages, and I just saw them on one of like the promotional end aisles, and I thought I'm going to pick Kev up some toffee crisps for old time's sake. I got 3 packs of basmati rice because some of us will have chili with nachos and some of us will have rice and some of us will have both. I got some eggs, 2 lots of eggs, 24 eggs. I said eggs a lot of times then, didn't I? And noodles. I don't usually like to buy things like super noodles, but they were on offer for 80p, and Sienna loves a super noodle, and now she's being home educated. I've got to try to think of things that she can have for her lunch, because she won't be having a lunchbox anymore. Plain flour, I noticed we were running low on that when I made pancakes last. Then on to the unhealthy bits, we've got biscuits, the usual abundance of biscuits. Everybody's got a different preference. Pink wafers for Sienna and Felicity, fig rolls for Kev, Bourbons, good all-rounder, Fox's creams, Jamie's favourite. And I thought I'd give these a whirl, as they were on offer for £1.20, no, £1.25, when they're usually £1.90. So I thought we'd give those a try. And Brooke and Summer love a biscuit. Some brunch bars, some Oreos, again, more biscuits in the Oreos, but they're perfect for lunch boxes. Barney Bears were on my nectar. Sienna loves a Barney Bear. Some Maryland minis, again, this is like lunchbox stuff. There's the jelly that I'm going to make to go with ice cream. Summer likes these Go Ahead yogurt breaks, and everybody loves a Rice Krispie Square, and they were on nectar price, and I thought, well, what the heck, get some of those as well, because I said they all love those. And then, not so unhealthy, these Whitworth shots are a favourite of mine, Summer and Brooks, and they're currently on nectar. They're not cheap, mind you. Even on nectar, they're £1.75, and you only get 4 in there. But you know, they're a little bit more healthy than this stuff, but balance, you know, balance. I've been terrible, right? I'm not gonna lie. I keep seeing that bloke on TikTok, that Tonic. He's called Tonic Man. He goes around, he's normally in Sainsburys, he goes around Sainsbury's supermarket, and he picks stuff off the shelf and he says, don't buy this, ditch this and buy this instead. And some of the things he's shown, I'm like, oh my God, I never realised. You might notice when I did the fresh, there's no Happy Monkey milkshakes, and I used to buy like 3 or 4 packs of them a week, and the girls would have 1 a day. They have 15 grams of sugar in, and I was mortified when I found that out, so I stopped buying them. Kev said that was tight and unfair because they love them, and bought them a packet the other day. So I was like, do you know what? Once or twice a week, but not every day. But I didn't buy any because, yeah, this Tonic Man keeps coming out and telling me all of this stuff. But as I was just saying to Kev, if you just listen to everything he says, you either need to be rich to be able to afford the alternatives, or you're just not going to eat. So, you know, you've got to have, it's got to be affordable, hasn't it? And it certainly isn't all affordable. The wraps, he does one about wraps, and he does stuff about sourdough. And it's just, yeah, you'd be paying like 3 times the amount of money to buy the more healthier option. Anyway, I've just gone off on a chat whilst showing you Discos, 2 packs of those, ready salted crisps, skips, and nacho type crisp tortilla chips to go with the chili. So yeah, if you haven't stumbled across Tonic Man yet on TikTok, lucky you, because he will make you question everything you feed your children or yourself, and will end up, like I say, either costing you a fortune or making you feel super guilty. And in my case, it's mainly just feeling super guilty. Then we've got bread items. I haven't actually bought a loaf of bread because we bought that at the local shop this morning. And once I buy bagels, wraps, thins, etc., they don't eat the usual bread. They use all of this first. I had to get 3 packs of these Greek flatbreads. You get 4 in a pack, currently on Nectar for £1.50. I have to buy 3 packs. So it is a really nice meal when we have the chicken and halloumi flatbreads. But it's expensive. By the time I've paid like £6.50 for chicken, £4 on 2 blocks of halloumi, and then £4.50 on the flatbreads, then the salad, then the sauces, it is an expensive dinner. So sometimes I wish they didn't love it quite as much as they do, because every week when I say, what do you fancy to eat this week? They always say, can we have flatbreads one night? So yeah, they're quite expensive. When they're on Nectar price, it's not so bad. If they're not on Nectar, I have to go to Aldi, and then it's hit and miss whether Aldi have any, because when these are full price, there's no way I'm paying full price. And Aldi is on my way home, so I don't have to take a special trip. It doesn't cost me any more in diesel. It's literally on my route home. I've got some wraps, some Warburton's thins, and 2 packs of bagels. I then picked up 2 packs of these burger buns. They were reduced to 89p. So I'm gonna have to try and squeeze them in the freezer somewhere, because we're not having barbecue like today, so I need to keep them fresh. Kev has just got that turkey. Do you remember the turkey I told you all about? The one that Jamie got from work because they had leftovers from Christmas. He's just had to get out of the freezer. He's like, I can't fit the food in the freezer with this turkey. It's going to take about, obviously, 2 days to defrost. So I'm really hoping we have like some sort of like really cold snap in the middle of the week because I'm going to cook a turkey roast. I'm going to have to cook a turkey because I've got nowhere else to put it. This blooming turkey is currently sat over there on the windowsill. I've got some honey hooplers. I got some kitchen roll. I've also got some toilet roll, but that's already gone upstairs because I was busting for a wee and we had no toilet roll. I've then been a complete and utter idiot. Kev went to pour Charlie some food because we'd run out of dog food, that's why it's already open, into his bowl, and he's like, why is this so little? And I went, no, tell me I haven't. I've picked up flipping puppy food. And do you know what? Another thing, Charlie is more than happy to just eat kibble. I know, I know there's people out there that will jump in the comments and say, it's really bad for your dog. But trust me, we tried every type of brand of dog food. We bought the expensive stuff. We bought the, is it Lily's Kitchen? And I know that's even still not as good as what some people choose to feed their dogs. We tried all sorts. Charlie will only eat supermarket kibble. Unless he's at my mum's house, which he has been this week, and she feeds him this really lovely, expensive, raw food. And he's been lapping it up all week. And now I'm like, great, I'm going to have to go and buy some expensive food because I've picked him up from my mum's. He has been well and truly spoiled. And yeah, and then I picked him up puppy food. So he's just come home and been like, great, back home to the bloody kibble again, is it? After he's been spoiled. But yeah, trust me, when he was a puppy, we tried everything and he would only eat this type of thing. So yeah, dog food, it's a minefield. Honestly, when he was a puppy, I said to Kev, this is worse than having a baby. This is worse than having a weaning baby because there is so many people out there. It's a bit like if you post anything about car seats. There's always like the car seat police. Well, it's a bit the same with dog food, isn't it? So yeah, it was a bit of a minefield. But yes, he likes this stuff. However, not the puppy version. Look, he's even got a cute picture of a puppy on the front. How did I not even notice? I've also got some of this protein powder. Again, I just need to stop going on flipping TikTok. Stumbled across this lady who makes these wonderful looking baked oats, and she always adds protein powder. So I thought I'd have a go at making it, and I thought it's okay because Kev can have this as well because he's run out of protein powder. And then he turns around to me and says, I don't like vanilla. I was like, great, brilliant. And he says, I'll try it anyway, but I prefer a strawberry. But yeah, I'm going to try and make some baked oats this week. I've got some tin foil, so we've run out of that. I've got some shampoo and conditioner. One of these to go in the air freshener in the front room, because for the last, I don't know how long, it still does its squirty noise, but hasn't had anything inside it. So I thought I might as well put something inside it as they're on Nectar price for £3. Some washing powder or liquid, 2 shower gels and some polish. And I think that is everything. Non-food wise, and then it's the healthy stuff. And now the bit where I try to redeem myself with the healthy stuff. I've got 2 bags of baking potatoes. We can have jacket potato, beans and cheese, or tuna. I always say the same thing. If we've got baked potatoes, I'm like, and then we can have it with either this or that. Or if there's any leftover chilli, we can have it with leftover chilli. I've got 2 bags of baby potatoes to go with this evening's pie. Kev reckons he is still going to cook the pie this evening. I then got a few reduced bits, and one of the reduced things was this sweet potato mash. So I probably could have got away with just buying 1 bag of potatoes because a few people will choose the sweet potato mash. I also picked up this reduced 49p, and I'm going to have that with one of those barbecue chicken steaks for lunch tomorrow. And again, to go with this evening's dinner, I got this little medley of green veg, and that was reduced to 69p. The leeks to go in the pie, carrots as well to go on the side of the pie, mushrooms, white cabbage for making coleslaw, tender stem and broccoli again to go with the pie this evening. Bistro salad, however you pronounce it, it's whatever it is, it's one of my favourite. Some basil, some plum tomatoes, although Kev, how horrible do those plum tomatoes look in comparison? Oh, the ones that we had in Italy were just absolutely delicious. In fact, all of the fruit and all of the salad in Italy just looks like it's on steroids. It's all absolutely massive. Yeah. Oh, I can't get that bit to go onto the vlog. But I have got the bits of like the size of those apples and that we bought, and the nectarines. They were, oh, it was just, the fruit was delicious. And one evening, the night before we came home, we were like, all of this food needs eating up, and Sienna was just laid in bed eating tomatoes.
So nothing's in packaging.
No, nothing's in packaging.
Apart from if you buy shop mushrooms, because mushrooms are so expensive in Italy.
Yeah, mushrooms are really expensive. But Kev went to the local like Italian supermarket. It wasn't an Aldi or a Lidl. It was like their traditional supermarket, and the array of fruit and vegetables, and there's plastic gloves. You have to wear gloves to handle the fruit and veg because nothing's in plastic packaging. It's all, and it just looked amazing. I wish the clip that he took I could get onto the vlog, but every time I save it, it says you've already saved this clip, but it's not in my gallery. But yeah, the fruit and veg over there was to die for. I've got 2 cucumbers and some more tomatoes. I mean, these ones look a bit nicer.
Not one for tonight.
Yeah, but if these were Italian, they'd probably be like twice the size. I've got 2 of these sweet peppers to do the pasta dish, some beetroot, a few red onions. They were a bit tiny. Again, British fruit and veg is also little in comparison. Some little gem lettuces, 4 avocados, because I'm quite enjoying avocado with eggs and that avocado seasoning. I'm still rubbish at making poached eggs though. I've ended up just making scrambled and just have scrambled egg and avocado instead, because I get so frustrated every time I try to make a poached egg and it goes wrong. And then fruit, we've got some bananas, some apples, some easy peelers, nectarines. The nectarine I had at the pool the other day was a good 3 times the size of those. So yeah, you'd probably pay half the price for them as well.
That's tonight.
Yeah, that's tonight as well. 10 to 10 for the ones that like it, and ordinary broccoli for the ones that don't. Lemons, grapes, 2 punnets of strawberries. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous how little the punnets of strawberries are. They're on Nectar price. £1.80. £1.80 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strawberries. £1.80. That's just absolutely extortionate. But the fruit farm local to us is currently not open yet, I don't believe. And even when it does open, you have to get there first, because otherwise old Betty gets there first with a bucket full of strawberries to go home and make her jam. And there's always old Betty there stealing all the strawberries. If you've been here for a while, you will might possibly remember a vlog years ago when I took Felicity to the fruit farm when she was quite small, and she was really cross that as we walked into the fruit farm, this lady was walking out with 2 buckets full of strawberries, and then when we went up the aisles to try and pick some, there was nothing decent left. She'd cleared the whole thing. And Felicity said, I think she called her Betty, that old Betty got some raspberries, some kiwis, a random little lonely lime that I need for a recipe, and a watermelon. So that's where I try to redeem myself with the healthiness. Kev's put most of it away, and that, I think, is everything. Before I show you the receipts, let me just show you my absolute bargain buy that I got in Venice Airport duty free yesterday. This massive bottle of Di Serrano, 1 litre, was £16?
£17 10p in English.
£17 and 10 pence in duty free. It was the first thing I saw as we walked into duty free. I was so stressed by this point, so stressed. Walked into duty free, and this was just looking at me, and I was like, I'm buying it. I'm going to be selfish, and I'm going to buy that. And it was €19, which I think Kev said on his banking app was £17. I thought you said 16.
No, £17.
I thought you said £16. Either way, 16 or £17. I got this massive bottle of Di Serrano, which I'm going to have one of this evening, and then I'm going to hide it. Because if I leave it near the teenage boys, it won't last very long. So yeah, that was my little bargain from duty free. Had to get a bargain in duty free, because let me just tell you, Marco Polo Airport is the most expensive airport I've ever been in. I mean, I haven't been in many. I've been in Malaga, Palma, whatever the one in Ibiza was, Venice. So I've 4, and Bristol. Out of all of the airports I've been in, not very many, that airport was off the flipping scale, wasn't it? They tell you you need to get there 3 hours before your flight, which I think is just to get you to spend silly money. There was no there was just no reasonable price. I mean, you expect to spend a lot of money in an airport anyway, but in Bristol, there's a Boots and you can get a meal deal for £5. So you can go and get yourself your meal deal, £5, happy days. You don't mind paying that.
You get a meal deal for €10.
€10 for a sandwich and a drink.
Yeah, no snack.
No snack. And it was like lots of food counters all selling pizza. And one slice of pizza, €7. So yeah, I had to get a bargain because there was no bargains once you were out the other side of duty free. But anyway, back to the shopping. The shopping came to a grand total of, it's quite a big receipt, including the £15, well it wasn't 15 after discount, but the protein powder was £15. It came to a grand total of, eye-watering, £254.57. Then it takes off the 3 for 2 on the frozen fruit, bringing it to £252.07. I then thankfully have colleague discount, which brought it down by £37.81, making a grand total of £214.26. Just in case you don't believe me, there it is. And I just said to Kev, that's quite worrying because other than the protein powder, that was just a bang average food shop. That's just a weekly food shop, a good amount of fruit and veg, meat, and the essentials that you need. I mean, there was nothing at all there that every other family needs. Shampoo, conditioner, shower gel, all of those things, all bang average things.
So we didn't get for the kebabs, my Nando's chili jam.
Oh, I didn't get any Nando's chili jam.
Well, I don't think I know this, but you weren't offered when we last
No,
time.
all the Nando's was, but they didn't have the chili jam. They had the barbecue one that Jamie likes and the Peronaise, but I didn't see the chili jam. But yeah, a real average shop. That's just a normal weekly shop, and obviously we're lucky to have the colleague discount. It is crazy. It is absolutely crazy. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up because we need to get this dinner cooking because it's now 10 to 5 and we're making a pie from scratch. So we're probably not going to eat till 6:30, but they've been used to eating late anyway because we've been on holiday. But yeah, thanks for watching the grocery haul. I'll try to get back on track of doing them every week, and we will see you all very soon.